welcome to video series 2, how to put an autoresponder on your web page. And we're going to dive right in here. There's a little bit we have to go through here. It's not as intensive as the first video series on building the web page, but all the same, there are some things that we're going to have to go through. Now, the autoresponder form that I have chosen is going to look like this. It's from freeautobot.com. It's been around for quite a while. Now, if you remember, on the page that we have been building, we are going to put our autoresponder form right down here at the bottom, right in this area. Before we begin, though, we're going to need something. So right now, if you're using Windows, I want you to go down to your little start icon and left-click this, and you see where it says All Programs here. I want you to look for something called Notepad, and it's right there. If you can't find it, then you can go to the All Programs and you search for it. Once you have found it, then you just right-click here, go down to where it says Send To, and just left-click on Desktop, Create Shortcut. Once you do have it on your desktop, it will look like this, and to open it, we will just double-click it. We'll get into why we need it in a few moments. And this is the way this works. Somebody comes to your page, they read the information, they will go to your autoresponder form, they will fill it in, then they will hit the subscribe or the submit button, whichever it is right there, and they will be sent someplace. Now, generally, they send them to a thank you page. Now, all autoresponders have a default thank you page, and I'm going to go Free Autobot. They all look like this. I don't like these pages personally, so what I generally do is I like to have them, when they hit the submit button, I like to send them to a page that is familiar. For example, the page that we're going to put the autoresponder form is page 1, and this is the page here. I like to send them someplace that the page looks instantly familiar, and that way they're comfortable. And what I will generally do is I've made up a quick thank you page, and this is it. Now, as you can see, it looks at first glance, it's got the same header, it's got the same outline, and it'll have whatever text you like to put in here. This is the page that I will send them to. Now, I'm going to go right to Free Autobot. I already have it up here in a Google search. I'm going to left click, and it's right here. Go ahead, we'll open this window up, and welcome to Free Autobot. Now, this is something that you're going to have to contend with. They have these pop-up windows. They pop in there all the time, but it's a free autoresponder service. It's something that you'll have to deal with. So just click them out of the way. And here is the Free Autobot home page. Now, the first thing that you're going to have to do is you're going to have to join. And in order to do that, you just go over here to where it says Join Now, obviously, and we'll just left-click this. You have to fill in the form, and you've been through this before. Just go ahead and fill in your name, choose a password, and once you have hit sign up, then they will send you an email, and at that point then you will be able to log in. Once you have got your email, come back to the home page, and we will just click the log on button, and we'll get rid of the pop-up windows again. Think of this as a sitemap, I guess, right in here. Right now we're at home. We'll go to add lead, search lead, message control, and log out. Now, the first thing that we need to do is we're going to add a lead. So just go ahead and left click on the add lead. And right up top here, you'll notice it says put an opt-in form on your website, see help file. So that's right over here to my right. And you can left click this, and a window's going to pop up. And this is what we're looking for. We want to put the form on our web page, and this is the form. From this area right here where it says end of form all the way up to where it says start a form, we need to put this on our web page. But before we do that, we have to edit two areas. We have to edit the red area. One right here where it says username, which this is where you would put the username of whatever you signed into Free Autobot. And right here, I will put the web address of the thank you page that I have just made, the one I just showed you. Now, what we have to do in order to edit this, we're going to copy this. Now, in order to copy, all you have to do is we'll left click on our mouse, and we're just going to highlight every bit of this, right from the end of form all the way up to where it says start a form. Then I'm going to release. Now, you have an option here. You can either hit Control C on your keyboard, or you can go inside the highlighted area and right click, choose copy. And now what we'll do is we're going to go right to our desktop. We're going to grab Notepad and double click it. We're going to open it up. Right where the bar is flashing, you can either hit Control V on your keyboard, or you can right click and choose paste. Now we have our form right there, and we can edit it. So the first thing that we have to do is you're going to have to put your whatever your username was, and mine was Caden. And right after the value, here I'm going to have to replace this and put the web address of my thank you page, and I'm going to put that right in here. So I'm going to right click and get right in between there, and then I'm going to hit delete on my keyboard, hit Control V, and now I'm ready. So I'm going to go ahead and minimize this, get this out of the way. We're going to open up Composer now. I'm going to double click on it, choose Run, close the tip box, go right up to where it says Open, and we're going to navigate through my computer, and we're going to look for the web page folder of the web page that we've been building. It's called First Web Page. I'm going to put this in page 1, so I'm going to left click, choose Open, and that's where we're going to load the page. Now, well, like I say, we're going to put this autoresponder form right here, right below it, so where it says fill in form below. There's two ways to do this here. I want you to go ahead and come up where you want it, and we're going to left click. You see the bars here where we want to center this. Now that we have it where we would like it, let's go back to Notepad. We're going to grab the autoresponder form that we just edited, and we're going to left click. We're going to highlight everybody this, choose copy. I'm going to minimize it, and as I say, there's two ways to do this, and I'm going to show you the simplest way first. In Composer, you can just go up to where it says Insert right here, left click, and I want you to slide down to where it is HTML. I want you to left click. This little box is going to open. All you have to do is right click. Once the paste is highlighted, just left click, then push Insert. Now if you push Save and Browse, you will see that we now have our autoresponder form right there, and it's ready to fill out. Now, as I said, there is two ways to do this, so I'm going to go back to Composer. I'm going to go back and undo this. We're going to take that right out of there. Another way to do this is to go inside the source code itself and do it. So once I have chosen where I would like to put my form, I'm just going to, on my keyboard, I'm going to hit anything. What is just a whole bunch of D's, for example, right here. Now I have my page marked. I'm going to go down to where it says Source. I'm going to open this up, and I'm going to look for all those D's, and you can see that they're right there. I'm going to left click this. Now the reason that I've done this is because this source code is quite busy. It's very difficult to figure out where you're at. So once I have located all the D's or whatever character that you put in there, just highlight them, and just make sure you get just the characters you put in, not anything before or after. Once you've done that, you can just hit delete on your keyboard, and we should still have that autoresponder form in our clipboard, and we'll just hit Control V again. Now we can go down to the normal mode, and there it is. We push Save and Browse, and here is our autoresponder form ready to fill out. Now if I have filled in the form and I've edited it correctly, I'll put my name in here, and I'm just going to put gibberish as the email address. At this point, I just want to check to make sure that once I hit the submit button, it's going to send me to the thank you page that I've uploaded. So I'm just going to put and we'll hit the submit button and cross our fingers and hope I've done this right. There is my thank you page. So we do know that we have filled in a form properly, the form is on our page properly, and we're now ready. Now we got to go back to FreeAutoBot, and I don't want these videos to get too long, so what we have to do in the next video is we're going to edit our first opt-in message, and then there's a few other things we'll have to go through, and we'll continue in a few moments.